and I'm back with another video. Now it's a weird type of setup today because I've been moving around. It's been a busy period for me. I'm in a new place and therefore just expect content to be from like this area, I think, moving forward. I've actually wanted to review and react to this album for quite a long time. Somebody recommended it to me and I've like kept an eye out on it and I've said, you know what, yeah, I'm gonna schedule that in somehow to react to it and possibly start a series to this artist, to this producer. So I'm proper excited, to be fair, to get into it. No, this is like going to be basically a production-based series, me reacting to just instrumentals, beats, melodies. It's going to be fun because that's usually my favorite part of music. Before we get into the next track, that first track was a little bit short. Sounds a little bit like you're in your getaway car, speeding down the road, you hear the sirens behind you, that high-pitched sound, that high-pitched key held throughout that track. It gives it that kind of edgy nature, that kind of risque nature. But it's a very short introduction. I wish that was a little bit longer. Let's keep going. It kind of has that Michael Jackson Beat It energy in its bass with a doom, 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 and this sample. Working on it. My voice is like, I don't know what's going on with my voice. Is insane to me, that sample there. This sounds crazy. I'm actually trying to think about what he's trying to create here. Like, what's the scene? What is he going for? That do-do-do-do-do-do-do. It's like a siren-esque kind of feel. Baby, baby. Working on it is insane. It has an underground feel to it. It feels as, again, like it doesn't feel law abiding, that's for sure. It doesn't feel law abiding. This is breaking the law discreetly, obscurely. Yeah, it feels criminal, but in a very secretive kind of way. It's not blatantly criminal. It's really edgy. It's different. I really like the play on the sample. I want to know who J Dilla is. Like, I need context. I need a background story. I need the lore, the origin story. Like, I need to know, because maybe that will help me comprehend and understand more what he does. Like waves, I love the yeah, I like that. It's like it's pulsating. I do really like that, and it's it doesn't feel as criminal as the last one. Like, part of me wants to say it feels like you're on the beach, but then it's like that element is completely shut down because it by something else. So it doesn't feel like a summery beachfront vibe in its entirety completely. There's something else on the flip side that makes it sound a little bit more despondent, a little bit more sad, a little bit more like, it gives it more of like a hustle, hunger energy to it. So it's not completely chill, beachfront, laying back vibes. There's a bit of a hustle, there's a bit of a hunger to it as well. Wait, let me start that again, sorry. There's a doom 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 doom, which is giving it a kind of chirpy feel. It definitely feels like a track full of light. These samples that he's playing on, I really wonder what they are, especially for this Light It track. I think right here he's just shown like the stark difference in the elements he can tap into. We've gone from waves to this. Like, this is insane. Oh my goodness, and it's the twinkly piano keys in the background that twinkle, twinkle, little star. This is taking me somewhere, guys. This is taking me to another plane. This is like taking me to the stars. Like, I've transcended beyond this realm. I'm above you guys. I'm above you. Who are you, peasants? I'm joking, you're not peasants. I love you guys, but that's how this track has made me feel. It's elevated me. It's elevating. What the hell is he doing? Track. My music fans, my music appreciators, my music geeks, do what you do in my comments usually. Tell me where the rascal tell me where these samples are from. Help me find these samples, bro. I need those samples. I need to know what he's on. I need to find a way. I need to understand J Dilla. This is insane. I bet some of you are so jealous of me right now. You must be so envious of me right now. For those of you that have heard this, here I am hearing it for the first time. How many years later? Because this was what, 2006 release. Here I am enjoying it for the first time. You must be so jealous. You must be thinking, damn, I wish I could hear it again for the first time. But then you could also argue that this guy's production skills is so off chart that is like, you could listen to it and it feels like the first time again, because that's how good it is. Stop. That's my favorite track so far. It, as I said, it just really transcendent. I love this soulful sample in there. It's really like gripping. But then you've got a hood element to it, a little bit of an edgy element to it with the hip hop samples in there, coming in there and chopping it up a little bit, kind of making it a little bit more stop and start, not as smooth. So again, there's a duality to this track, a little similar to another track where there was a duality of like smoothness and edginess. It's different. It's insanity what he's done there. People, the time has come. Okay. Saying this is musical genius. Deep, can you guys deep it? Actually deep it. Put your brain into the depths of the music. Deep it is saying, my people. With this freaking African tribal beat. And it's going, my people. Literally telling you, this is my roots. Deep the artistic genius. Just deep it. Just think about it. Just sounds like power, triumph. Do you know what? Yeah, I should have known that this album, I would have liked it a lot. Just the fact that it's called Donuts. I love donuts. I love donuts. Like I love the relationship I have with donuts. It's a very long story, but I absolutely love donuts. I remember when I was a kid, I went to Chicago with my family. I have family members in Chicago, and I tried a donut in Chicago. This is a cool memory for me, guys. This is literally a cool... I don't even remember much about that Chicago trip, but I remember the donuts. I got this donut and it felt like I was eating like if Jesus had a baby with sugar and the cloud. Like it was like cake, but it wasn't cake. It was... Oh, and it had like it was sweet, but then it had like a little bit of a, like a nutmeggy saltiness to it. I don't even know. I just remember my uncle got me that donut, and I've never been the same since. This is such a random question, but what state would I be from, guys? Because a lot of my following and a lot of my subs are American, and of course I'm English, I'm British. So I'm thinking to myself, where would I be if I was American? Because I have family in Chicago, I have family in New York, I had family in Washington, I have family in Canada, I have family everywhere, but where would I be from if I was from the other side of the pond? I don't know, I feel like I give more New York energy, but personally, that's just my personal thing. Even here, even in the UK, people tell me that I seem more, I don't seem like I don't seem British, which is confusing to me because I feel British. Off topic, long story short, donuts. I knew I should have known.
Alright, that's not all.
It sounds sleuthy, but then it's a bit discordant, so it's not like, it doesn't have a full like sleuthy detective energy to it. It sounds like a bit mischievous at the same time, so it's like maybe the person who's trying to find out the trouble dealt the trouble kind of energy. MASH is interesting.
There comes a time.
The Donut of the Heart is a second favorite for me. I think it's coming second place. It's the oh, what is he on? insane. What intensity, man. Like, what is... A dream of mine is to start and meet the producer series. That's a dream of mine, to meet some of the most inspiring producers to me. To his production, like the musicality, there's so many different sounds in there that I'm trying to capture. It's very hard actually sometimes because I want to digest it all, but there's so many elements. Like for example, in that track there's the doo-doo, doo-doo, and then there's the sample. Oh, it's maximalism. This is what I mentioned in another video, like it's music maximalism. Like, there's just so many sounds.
Appendix, the Tomorrow People.
What is the magic that makes one's
that airy kind of effect he's got going there. Sorry, going. Sounds like a kind of like a loose whistle kind of thing. I don't know, this whole track feels very underwater. I don't know if anyone can hear what I'm hearing, but it feels very underwater, very submarine level. That's what it feels like.
shine, like sparkling green. The steps. The name of the game is light works.
It sounds like bubbles. Like to me, the imagery I'm getting is like that's the back sound of the bubbles that rise in the water. And there's all sorts of different sounds and like and it can represent like different sea creatures. It just feels like the busyness of a very submarine, like deep down ocean, like deep in the ocean. All the busyness, all the animals, all the life, all the elements, all the minerals. Oh, damn, I don't know. It just feels really like aquatic. Is that the word? Yeah, Lightworks is insane. I actually really like that track because of the imagery it gave me. Very, very different.
Well, come here and what he's doing.
Stevie Wonder. The Twister sounds like a tornado. It's insane. It had a really weird start. It feels like the inside of a tornado for sure. We're gonna stop it there because I believe that is 15 tracks, and I want to split this into a part 1, part 2 kind of video, like how I did for Mad Villainy. So I want to do it halfway of the album, and I believe there are like 30 tracks. Yeah, there's 31 tracks. So we're gonna stop it right there. Everybody, as you can see so far, I'm loving J Dilla's Donuts. I'm obsessed with the guy already, and I'm only halfway through. I think that this is gonna be a really fun musical development for me, like diving into his discography and taking you guys with me. So stay tuned for part 2. Don't miss out. Put the post notifications on so you don't miss it out. Thank you for watching part 1, but I'll see you guys all next time.